Here's why you play Gloo, the Swamp Spirits in the EXP lane. First off, he's a swift chaser who can consistently stick to enemy backliners and drag them out of position. Gloo is excellent in both offense and defense at all stages of the game, thanks to his crowd control and regenerative abilities. His high base durability, combined with his healing from the ultimate, makes him fairly tanky, allowing him to frontline reliably and disrupt enemy formations. However, Gloo can be easily countered by dash or invulnerability skills since mobile heroes can escape his attachments and avoid getting dragged. He may also struggle against long-range enemies that can poke him down before he gets close. Lastly, Gloo has a lack of reliable disables compared to traditional tanks with hard CC, making it harder for him to stop enemies outright without combos. Gloo's passive, Stick applies a sticky stack to enemies hit by his skills, slowing their movement speed and reducing the damage they deal to Gloo. This effect stacks up to 5 times, enhancing his survivability and control potential during fights. Gloo's first skill, slams the ground in a target area, dealing magic damage and leaving a Gloo behind. This goo explodes after a delay, immobilizing enemies and dealing area damage. If Gloo touches this goo, it explodes instantly, reset the skill's cooldown, and heals Gloo if it hits enemies, especially effective when landing on enemy heroes. Gloo's second skill, Spread, sends out a wave that damages and briefly immobilizes enemies. If it connects with a goo from the first skill, Gloo will charge to that goo, pulling enemies along the path. This allows him to reposition himself and displace enemies while keeping up pressure. Gloo's ultimate, Grab, splits into multiple goos for a short duration, gaining movement speed, healing every second, and damaging nearby enemies. If he attaches to a target with full sticky stacks, he rides them while transferring a portion of the damage he takes to them and deal continuous magic damage with his basic attacks. He can detach early if needed or automatically if the host dies, reducing his ultimate cooldown. A typical skill combo for Gloo is to start with his first skill followed by his second skill to close the gap and immobilize targets. He then uses another first skill to build up sticky stacks quickly. Once an enemy is fully stacked, he attaches using the ultimate to force repositioning. After dragging them around and disrupting the backline, he can detach, use their refreshed first skill and finish them off with basic attacks. Moving on to builds, I usually build Tough Boots, Glowing Wand, Antique Cuirass, Oracle, Winter Crown, and finally Blade Armor. These are the emblems that go along with this build. As for battle spells, the best spells for Gloo as a EXP laner is Flicker or Petrify. Flicker is for surprise initiations or quick escapes, while Petrify gives Gloo extra crowd control to help him land his combos more effectively. Gloo performs well against mages with pro mobility and no escape skills such as Sicilian and Chang'e, as these heroes struggle to shake him off once he attaches using his ultimate. On the other hand, Gloo struggles against an agile marksman like Curry and Leslie who can kite him easily and punish him when he tries to engage. Gloo shines best when paired with burst heavy allies like Udara or Saber who can instantly eliminate the target he drags into their range. You should upgrade the first skill level 1 and purchase maxing it first. This is your main source of sustain and damage. The second skill comes next for better control and mobility, and most importantly upgrade the ultimate whenever available. As Gloo, positioning is key. Try to catch multiple enemies with your Gloo explosions by chaining your first and second skills correctly. In the laning phase, zone enemies with the Gloo and use the reset mechanic to trade effectively. During mid to late game, look for flanks or opportunities to dive the backline. Once you have attached to a high priority target, don't just ride them aimlessly. Drag them into your team or away from safety. Timing a detach with skills resets will let you keep up pressure. Also use the movement speed boost from your ultimate to avoid crowd control before attaching. Don't forget that the passive reduces incoming damage, so the more sticky stacks you apply, the tankier you become. Be disruptive, soak damage, and isolate key enemies. This is how Gloo controls the battlefield.